So there is no doubt that the Packers were missing Christian Watson on Monday against the New York Giants. Watson, who had spent a lot of the season trying to get back to his form that we saw at the end of the 2022 season with Aaron Rodgers, finally started to get things going against the Detroit Lions and against the Kansas City Chiefs. If you look at his stats here, you can see majority of the season, outside of his second game against the Las Vegas Raiders where he had 91 receiving yards, he had a stretch of 27 yards, 33, 37, 23, 21, and he just really wasn't playing as that top-tier receiver that I thought he would be for Jordan Love in this Packers offense in 2023. I assumed he would be the Packers' leading receiver, but that was not the case until recently when against Detroit, he has 5 receptions at 94 yards, 1 touchdown, and then against the Chiefs, 7 receptions, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the aspect of his game that the Packers missed a lot, which was evident in Jordan Love's stats, was his ability to get open down the field, to use that speed, the 4.3640 speed, to open up the offense, allow other guys to maybe have some better matchups when the defense is having to focus on Watson and his speed and really focus on keeping things deep. In the stretch where Watson was playing well, we saw Jordan Love also playing well when it came to his deep balls. During the 3-game winning streak, Jordan Love was third in 20-plus yard completions, and against the Giants on Monday night, he was 1 for 5. So things did not go as well as they had for Jordan Love in this Packers offense, who for a while during that winning streak were really pushing the ball down the field, getting lots of nice big plays. And I think when you lose a guy of Watson's caliber, it clearly hurts your offense. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the second that Watson goes off, the Packers play 2 of their best games of the season against the Detroit Lions and against the Kansas City Chiefs. And so now we just don't really know how much longer he's going to be out and if that hamstring injury is going to force him to miss more games. And so it sort of had me wondering, is there anybody on this Packers offense that can really come in and, I guess, fill the hole that Watson has left with his injury? And honestly, I'm not sure because we don't really have a guy like Watson. There aren't many guys in the NFL who have Christian Watson's speed and size, 4.3640 speed. But here we have the Packers' other receivers. And interestingly enough, Dontayvion Wicks has the most yards per catch here, 15.8 to Christian Watson's 15.1. But I don't think that's because Dontayvion Wicks is the same kind of player as Watson. It's not like he has that crazy beat you deep speed, even though he's pretty quick. Wicks has a 4.6240 to Christian Watson's 4.3640. But I was looking at PFF, and if we look at average depth of target, Christian Watson is at 16.7. Dontayvion Wicks is at 11.5. So there's no doubt that when targeting Watson, Love definitely is more willing to push the ball on the field with Watson because he is that deep ball separator kind of guy. Whereas Wicks is incredible at getting open and getting separation. May not be quite as fast as Christian Watson. He may be more aligned with Davante Adams when it comes to his ability to separate, even though he's not the fastest guy in the NFL. But Wicks, if you look at his yards after catch per reception, is at 5.8. Christian Watson's down to 3.8, and no other receiver is above 5 on the Packers offense. So Dontayvion Wicks is incredible after the catch. Once he gets that separation, he does a good job of creating that space and getting yards after the catch. And so while I do think the Packers have a lot of other players who can be productive on this offense, I don't think we have another guy like Watson because there just aren't many in the NFL. And so there's no doubt that getting Watson back soon is really something the Packers offense needs going forward if we want to continue to see, I think, the success we saw against the Lions and against the Chiefs. Because against the Giants without Watson, the Packers weren't unable to do what they had done for the previous 2 weeks. So we'll see if Watson is able to go next Sunday. But that is all for this video. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below.